checked at the desk, otherwise they set off an alarm when they go through the turnstile. But Symes may have found a way around that. He takes the books onto the roof, chucks them down to an accomplice who takes them off to Paula to be fenced.
OK, if we go with that, then we could be looking at an accident. Symes leans over too far.
Yeah, but what about this accomplice? The book catcher on the ground. At the very least, he would have witnessed the death.
Right, so we're looking for an accomplice stroke witness.
And murderer. There was a criminal conspiracy. Thieves fall out.
Nicking library books is hardly a criminal conspiracy, is it? I mean, I can't see middle-class professional people killing each other over it.
There could be a lot at stake, Jerry. Talking about book thefts made me realise what Symes' reading list was all about.
Go on.
Well, I thought it must be about particular subjects or authors or periods of history. But that was all wrong. All these bibliographies and catalogues include information about books that are quite exceptionally valuable. That's the common factor.
So Symes was doing his homework for the thefts.
So are we talking serious money for old books?
You know, tens of thousands of pounds. In some cases, millions.
Yeah, but the university was just a poly a few years ago. They wouldn't have had rare books lying around, surely.
Well, they might not have known what they'd got.
Right, I want to know more about Paula and her book business. Jack, you haven't met her.
No.
So keep an eye on her for a few days, see how she operates. Right. Brian, are you finished in the library?
Oh, dear me, no, I still need to be there. There's some very funny stuff going on.
Like what?
Well, my documents have been suspiciously disturbed.
So have you from time to time?
There's something very odd about the way the Urquharts are behaving towards me.
Just who do they think you are, Brian?
Well, just another member of the intelligentsia, obviously.
Thank you.
Mr. Lane, this is a library.
According to the original inquiry, you were both working in the university library the night Richard Symes died. Yes.
Yes, that's right.
And in your interviews, you said that you suspected nothing suspicious. Is that still your recollection?
Oh, and the first we knew of it was the sound of the ambulance and the police arriving.
Did you speak to him that evening?
No, not at all.
How well did you know him?
Well, we were in different departments, but we had interests in common.
Richard was a specialist in 18th century botanical science, and obviously that was relevant to our study of agricultural history.
In fact, we three collaborated on an academic paper.
In the Journal of the History of Economic Thought.
Was there anything in Richard's behaviour that might lead you to believe that he would take his own life?
No. No, not at all.
But you can never tell with people, can you?
Did he have any enemies?
None that we know of.
What can you tell us about the allegations that he was systematically stealing the university's books?
Well, we were aware that books were missing from the library, but we never suspected Richard.
Item 17 on your list, a copy of Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass, 1872, first edition. A reserve price of £500 had been set. However, it's been brought to my attention that this item is not complete, as described in your catalogue. Page 63 is missing. Due to the incomplete nature of the item, the reserve has been removed. Nevertheless, I'll start by asking for £500. 400. 300. 250. 250 I have. Any advance? 260 anyone? 260 I'm bid. Any advance? Madam? The bid is 260. Anyone? Sold. To the gentleman in the second row.
Good afternoon, sir. Afternoon. The name's Timothy Mortimer. Mortimer, and the address is flat 3, 75 Winchford Road. Winchford Road, West Hampstead.
Lovely.
Great system, they say. What's your particular field of interest?
Business,
Yes.
particularly my own, and how to mind it.
His name is Timothy Mortimer, and he was Richard Symes' research student at the time of Symes's death.
Sir Symes's widow and his research student are involved in their own book scam.
And now they're getting up close and personal.
And maybe Mortimer was also involved in the library thefts.
We'll call them both in for interview. You and I'll take her, you two do the boyfriend.
Oh, no way, not wrong.
Sorry?
Well, if I show my hand as an investigator, my cover's blown at the library, isn't it?
Brian, you're not there undercover. You're just doing a bit of reading.
Oh, this has gone way beyond that. I'm definitely being spied on.
And you've said that before.
This is not about my medication. This case is all about books and libraries, and that's where it'll be solved. I know it is.
Oi!
No,
I'm the governor here.
Yes,
Yes.
we are all clear about that, aren't we, Brian?
There's no argument who gives the orders around here. But, I mean, think about this interview with Mortimer. It's all going to be about ducking and diving, a bit of rumpy-pumpy on the side. I mean, that's my territory, isn't it? I mean, poor old Brian would be way out of his depth.
Well, maybe Jerry would be better off on his own.
I'm sorry. Look, I just think I'll be more cost-effective if I can do another couple of days in the library, that's all.
Couple of days. The meter's running.
So, what exactly do you do for a living, Tim?
Well, I suppose I've got what you call a portfolio career at the moment. I'm still finishing my PhD, do a bit of teaching, make a bit of money as a runner in the book trade.
What does that mean?
I buy and sell books, but I don't have a business premises or issue catalogues or carry much stock. If I see a book at a good price, I'll buy it, try to sell it on quickly to a more established dealer.
See, we've got a little problem. We think that you conspired with Paula Symes to defraud the auction house and the vendor when this book was sold.
Well, that's putting a particular interpretation on events.
This book was on sale in the shop where you work, described as complete and offered at £600. Now, a page has recently been tipped in. I believe that's the technical term.
A repair has been effected. That's nothing unusual.
I think what I witnessed between